We're here with Colleen Schneider, who will be fighting Tanya Evinger at Invicta 17 for the Invicta Bantamweight Championship. First of all, thank you very much for the time.
My pleasure.
How are you feeling going into this fight?
Oh, well, right now I feel exhausted, but that's a good thing. I just finished a hard, grinding practice, doing a whole bunch of wrestling and working on the cage and just getting up, having guys rotate in on me. So I feel how I should feel right now. Feel exhausted, but good.
And how does it feel fighting for a title?
I feel like it almost hasn't really hit me. You know what I mean? I feel like when I get to the event, it's almost going to be like, oh, shit, yeah, no, this is... And not that I'm not preparing for it and not working my ass off, you know? I'm training super hard. I've put in a great camp. But, I don't know. I feel like the way I train, I just focus on the fight itself and don't get too caught up in the externalities. So I almost feel like it'll, like after the fact, hit me more. You know?
You've won 4 consecutive fights, but the loss before that was a short notice fight against Irene Aldana. And did that loss change you at all, or do something to you to help you rattle off? Did you change your training? Did you change your outlook or anything?
No, the loss to Aldana, man, that was one of those things where I feel like it wasn't even a fight, the way it happened and the way it went down, you know? But no, I just wanted to get back in. It's the second that was over, I wanted to get back in and fight again. So when that fight was done, I was just down to take anything I could get. The next fight I took after that was in China and was a 2 weeks notice fight, which meant, okay, you're taking it, go run, get your visa right now, get everything sorted and go to China. So I just wanted to fight. I wanted to get back in there and go.
There's something to be said about you taking all these short notice fights. Aldana was short notice. China was short notice. The last fight was short notice. You've won 4 times in 7 months. Is that kind of the pace you like?
Yeah. I mean, I don't ever take time off, right? I like training. I like fighting. This is what I do. I want to get in the cage and do it. I don't want to sit around and not have anything to do for months on end. They wanted me to fight Tanya March, and she actually gave me some shit on the podcast, said I bitched out of the fight. I would have loved to take that fight, but I was injured after my fight with Pa'alui, so I couldn't train. Otherwise, I would have been on that. But as soon as I was able to train again, I was back in the gym, and I was training, and I was like, yes, whatever, the next card you guys have, put me on it. I want to get in there and fight.
And what's it mean for you to be fighting here in Southern California?
Fighting in SoCal is just... It's fun because everybody I know and see on a regular basis gets to come and see what I'm doing. You know, my friends hear about me training and, you know, see me come in all, you know, beat up, black eyes and whatnot. But for them to get to go and see me perform, it's a cool thing just to have friends and family there and feel that love and support. Now,
Tanya hasn't lost in like 5 years. What do you see when you watch her fights?
I see her strengths. What's successful for her in her fighting has been consistent throughout her career, really. But what she has changed in these last however many she's won is that mentally she just stays in that mode of just being really aggressive and pressuring her game and trying to do damage. Right, like her game's not crazy. Right, she comes forward, she wants to get inside, she wants to hit that takedown, and she wants to control you and do damage. But she's good at doing that.
Do you think the 135-pound weight limit is going to have, and cutting to that is going to have any impact on this fight?
No.
For either of you?
No. Her and I have both made 135 dozens of times.
Where do you think you have the advantage over Tanya?
I know I do in the striking, right? Like I move better than her, I hit better than her, I kick better than her. I think my submission game is going to be better than she expects it to be.
Where do you think she has the advantage over you?
I know she's strong. Like everyone who has worked with her has told me, like physically she is strong. So I know she's going to want to put me on the cage, try and be a bully, use her strength, and use that to dominate position. So I intend to make that a painful process for her.
What's it been like to have a full camp after being such a short notice fighter and just take anything that comes your way?
It's actually been really, really nice to have a full camp. It's been a while, and to have like a full 8 weeks to just feel like you can really take your time and plan everything out and build it appropriately, and not like you're just rushing like, oh shit, gotta go, better go hard for 3 days and then try and taper. And it's been really nice. It's been really nice.
And how confident are you heading into this fight?
I feel great. I feel good in my training and the work I'm getting with my teammates and how my game has evolved, and I'm excited to get in there and fight. Like it's getting closer now. It's because I've had such a long camp. It's felt kind of far away for a while, but I've got 2 weeks right now until I get to go step in the cage and do this, and everything that I've been working towards comes together. So there's always that feeling for any fight where you just put like your heart and soul into it, and it's like now is the time. I get to go throw that all out on the line and see how it goes.
What are the next 2 weeks going to be like for you?
So this week is the last really grinding week. Next week will be speed work, technical, some hard goes, but nothing where I'm going to get injured. Mm-hmm. And then the last week's just more technical, tapering, getting my weight down, weight cut, which is hell on earth for a day, but you do it.
Tanya has said in the past she wouldn't sign with the UFC. Is that something that interests you should you win the title?
I'm open to it. It's not necessarily something that I am aiming towards, but I'm open to it.
And what would it mean to you to win the Invicta Championship?
And again, because I'm so focused on the fight itself, for me it's more about what would it mean to go out there and put on the fight I know I can put on and just shut down Tanya and fucking beat the shit out of her. Like that's what I want out of this fight. The title's almost secondary to that, Like I just want to get in that cage, lock eyes with her, and fucking own her.